Hi Taurus, I hope you guys are doing great today. Let's get right into your general messages. I'm going to be doing career and love separately. I'm going to start with career, go into love, and I'm going to timestamp. I'm going to timestamp for love. So I'm going to start with the Lenormand. I'm not really going to talk about too much astrology. I did post a separate astrology video having to do with the full moon in Taurus, exact conjunct with Uranus. It's a big deal, guys. There's going to be a lot of surprises going on. Not all bad. Who knows how it's going to end up, really, but a big week, certainly. Something that those of us who study astrology have known about for quite a long time. But so let's get right into your career. Let's see what's going to be happening for you guys having to do with your career. Full moon is going to be happening in your first house. You guys are just going to be feeling like you're just shedding your skin, Taurus, just in general. Let's see about your career first, okay? So we have your emotions. We have the moon looking in the past. About what are you feeling about what you've been through? We have the Tower, which in Lenormand is different than in Tarot. So we have the Polar Bear, which is really about protection, and think about anything that a mother would bring as far as sustenance, right? Having to do with food, you know, the food in your belly and in your fridge, the roof over your head, what you need to feel protected and feel like you have enough. And then we have the Clover energy, which is a very beneficial energy for sure. So let's just pull some sort of messages coming in. And I like that we got the white feather, because the feather indicates truth. So then we have, let's bring these down here. We have the mask. We have the tree, which is as above, so below. So you may be wearing a mask. You may be wearing a mask and doing something that you're doing and studying something that you're studying and going after whatever it is that you're going after, and you realizing that it's really not what you want, but it's like you're acting as if right now. Yeah, and then we have home, roots. What is your metaphorical home space? You're recognizing this. Okay, so I have here with the moon looking in the past. Moon is all about our emotions. It's what we feel and experience underneath the surface. And you're looking at your past, and you're really trying to get in touch with where it is that you really want to go. Now, the fact that we have the Tower can represent a large corporation. It could also indicate isolation, though. It doesn't mean, again, it's not the same thing as in tarot. Tarot would mean like the falling apart of something. In Lenormand, it's more about you could perhaps be feeling rather isolated, right? You're thinking about your past, where you want to go moving forward, what it is that you need in order to have everything that you need in your life. You're trying to figure out what you need. I do see you feeling rather isolated right now, rather alone in the processing of what it is that you're trying to figure out. What exactly do I need, right, in order to feel lucky? And I know that sounds cheesy. I almost don't like that word, because it's kind of been taken on a crazy connotation, right, over the years. But lucky means open. Lucky means being able to manifest something. It means being able to get into something that you really resonate with, really getting into your truth, right? So there is this message that's going to be coming in, though, and you're not going to be able to ignore it. That's the thing. You're not going to be able to ignore it. Now, I do feel like you are wearing some sort of mask, and it's not always a bad thing, guys. You know, I always say, like, what are you saying? I'm phony? No, I'm saying that maybe, just maybe, you're in something that you, first of all, maybe can't leave right now, or you're studying something that you're realizing right now you really don't resonate with it. It's almost like you feel like a full sense of yourself doing something that you're doing right now. It just doesn't ring true for you. It just doesn't. And you're realizing, as above, so below, right? If I'm acting inauthentic out in my work life, then I'm going to feel inauthentic inside of myself. If I have these experiences outside having to do with my career, my ability to make money, what I'm looking to get into, and I'm not resonating with it, it's going to impact me. It's like you're realizing this. You're realizing this in order to feel at home with something, you need to really be truthful with yourself. Because whenever we have this particular card, the most important element on this particular card in Lenormand is the white feather, which represents truth. And it does mean that there's some sort of something is being communicated to you right now, Taurus. This could be happening as an epiphany. This could be some sort of serendipitous message coming in via the internet. This could be somebody reaching out to you, but it's slow, right? Because it's a letter, right? Letters come in slowly, but whatever it is, it's truth. So something is occurring to you, coming to the surface for you, having to do with what it is for you to feel not only grounded and safe, but in that metaphorical sweet spot, right? That metaphorical home space. Like, yeah, you know, I feel like at home in this, you know? And for a lot of you, it might be like, no, this might not bring me all the money in the world, but who needs that if you're not happy, right? And you really realizing that right now. Yes, definitely. I mean, you guys are going to be just doing a lot of shedding and changing right now, and like kind of across the board. So of course it's going to impact your career as well. It would be illogical to think otherwise, right? Okay, why don't we use, you know, I'm going to use the Chakra Tarot for your career. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it for our Taurus friends. Venus. Okay, so this is what's happening now. It's being crossed by, it's influencing you for better or worse. It would be in the Nine of Cups. Yeah, all right, good. I like the Moon reverse and I like the Nine of Cups, even though, but I feel like it's like you're very focused on the Nine of Cups energy right now, which is all about wish fulfillment. Okay, what's happening here? Okay. I'm going to bring these up closer to you so you're going to be able to see. Ooh, I like the mindset that you're in when it comes to your career right now. I have to tell you. Yeah, I like the Ten of Cups energy. Nice. And I love that we got the Devil reverse. This is great. Why are the cards flopping? All right. The Moon reverse. So the Moon reverse indicates clarity. The truth is coming out. This is exactly what I just said with the Lenormand, right? The truth is being revealed to you. There's a message coming in. This message, because it's a moon energy, the message could be in your dreams. Okay, but there's definitely a message coming in, and what's crossing this for good or bad is the Nine of Cups, and in this direction it would be considered upright, which is all about wishes coming true, material abundance, focusing on just feeling really good mentally in something, very much resonating with something right now. So I feel like you're in a really good space of shedding something, realizing something at the same time, but definitely that isolation that I mentioned, right? Remember in the Lenormand with the Tower, we have the Hermit, but this is not a bad isolation. This is you going within for clarity isolation. This is a quest for personal truth. This is looking for spiritual illumination, really getting in touch with what that means for you. This is a Virgo energy, and what we love about Virgos is Virgos are the problem solvers of the zodiac, right? I mean, they just are, right? Whatever it is, you know, you need a problem solved, you put on you get in touch with your Virgo energy. That's what you want to do, right? So I do like this. Even though I do sense you feeling rather isolated, Taurus, and I'm sorry if you feel like that, but this is very, very necessary. I see in the recent past, we do have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is all about, you know, a turning point. Recognizing that you've reached an epiphany, like not an epiphany, but like a precipice in something, and that there is this element where you're at a point, you realized in the recent past that you have gotten to a point where you need to take a chance. Nothing is guaranteed. You know that whatever you want to ultimately do is a gamble, but we do have to acknowledge that the Wheel of Fortune is a Jupiter energy. Jupiter is about luck and expansion, but it's very destiny driven as well. Now, what's leading up to all of this, right? What is the history that contributes to this situation is the Devil reverse. And the Devil reverse indicates recovery, leaving some sort of abusive kind of work environment, or something that you felt very shackled in, even if it was only like in your own mind, right? Because the devil in the upright is about feeling shackled. Something being imbalanced not balanced or imbalanced to a point of not feeling healthy. So in the reverse, the devil energy in reverse, what this tells me is that you got to this point where you left something that you knew was not working for you, and you really wanting to take a chance right now. You're very focused on getting into something that is more authentic for you. There's no question. Yeah, there's no question, because look at your attitude and perspective, for goodness sake. Look at this. 10 of Cups. Fabulous. This is just being in a work environment that not only you love, but that you feel very supported in, and that you're able to bring yourself the money that you want, the satisfaction that you're looking for, you're, within the bounds of your integrity. You just feel good. It's a feel-good kind of energy. Now, the opinions of those around you or close to you, this could be your family, your friends, your partner, anybody who's close to you. We have the Sun reverse, which is their opinions, okay? Their opinions of something, of you right now, could be kind of interesting, because I feel like the people surrounding you right now, Taurus, may look at you and say, oh, why is Taurus depressed? Why is Taurus not making more decisions right now? What is Taurus waiting for exactly? What's going on with Taurus? It's like people are just not going to be understanding you shedding that skin in your first house. Especially people who are very close to you, because that first house where you're going to be having the full moon is going to be working in tandem with your 7th house, which is, 7th house is partnership. So yeah, it's marital level, it's business partnerships, but it's also very close friends and close family connections. So people close to you might be like, what the hell is going on with Taurus, right? Meanwhile, you have some really productive stuff going on inside of you, it does seem like. Yeah. Now, as far as your emotions go, we have the 9 of Wands. I like this, because this indicates that you are in a space of maintaining boundaries right now, and you're very persistent about something, right? Having to do with your career right now. That's where your emotions are. Okay. Now, in the near future, we have the 3 of Cups reverse. So the 3 of Cups reverse is a lot of you're going to be dealing with a lot of gossip. You're going to be dealing with not feeling very supported in what you want to do. So I feel like you're going to go through a period, Taurus, where when it comes to your career, you're really going to feel like nobody understands you. Okay? I mean, that is what I'm feeling here with the 3 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, but then we have the final outcome. The final outcome is the Ace of Wands reverse. Now, this could be indicative of some false starts, some delay, rejection having to do with what you want to get into. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means that there's going to be a delay. And this is where it could get frustrating for you, because you know where you want to go. You're pretty sure. And there could be 100 things in the way. It could be the lockdowns. It could be you needing to get a degree. It could be you needing to move. It could be, you needing to actually fully transition into something. But there is this idea of rejection and false start as well. So you might have an idea that you kind of open the door to, and it doesn't exactly go the way that you want, where it's not as supportive as you'd like. Don't give up though, Taurus. Don't give up. Right? It's just the energy that we're dealing with right now. It's not going to last. So all of this good stuff that you have going on, keep with it. Keep with it, keep with it. Allow the change that's coming, right? It's maybe not going to feel the best. It'll feel uncomfortable, but just feel really good about the fact that what you have in your mind is a good direction for you. But you may not get the first thing out, the first offer out of the gate, or it may not fall into place right away, or you may have to, wait for things to fall into place in the way that you really want. which is okay. I mean, that's okay, right? But it does seem like you have a lot of clarity here, which is, how could we not be happy with that, right? Absolutely. Okay, my Taurus friends, that's what I have for you as far as career goes. Now, let's get into relationship. So I am pulling Lenormand as well. This is a different Lenormand deck. This is the Dreaming Way Lenormand deck. This is beautiful, beautiful deck, I think. It's very sweet, I think. Very sweet deck. Okay, all right, we have mice. As far as relationship goes, something's bugging you. Ooh, argument, whips. Whips could also be just like some sort of imbalance, having an argument over maybe somebody who's being mean to you, you being mean to them. Let's pull the cards in. Okay, Sky, something's getting cut out. Child. Birds. House. Okay. So mice always indicates that something is eating away at you, right? It could literally be somebody is siphoning money away from you or something, or wearing you down spiritually, emotionally. It could be this wearing down, this wearing away, or something was really, really bothering you, or is really bothering you about relationship. And this doesn't matter whether you are single, whether you're coupled, married for a long time, whatever, it doesn't matter. Something about relationship that's bothering you. When we have the whips, that has to do with argument. You could be inciting an argument, somebody could have been inciting an argument with you, but it was about like this fairness. And when we have the scythe indicates something needs to be cut out, right? And we always have to look at the direction of these things. So the scythe is in the direction of the whip. So it's like somebody just doesn't want to argue about something that is bothering them. So this could be you, this could be somebody that you're dealing with, or Taurus, for those of you who are, are single, you're in the space where it's like, you know what's bothering you. You know what bothers you about relationships, you know what you like, what you don't like, and you just don't even want to entertain anything that's not going to resonate with you. But this is the thing. We do have the child, and we do have the birds, and the child in this Lenormand deck does indicate a certain level of, it can mean immaturity. It can also mean something new. It could also mean both of those things at once, to be honest with you, right? And the child, remember, this is where we can connect it a little bit to tarot, is that the child is like the 5th house energy, the Leo energy, which would indicate romance and falling in love, like a new kind of relationship. But it can also indicate being rather immature in an existing relationship. Now, because it's next to the birds and the birds are looking at the child, this can indicate to me that you're going to be meeting somebody online, Taurus. This is a message coming in. This could be a text message, an email, a phone call from someone having to do with something online or not, right? It doesn't have to be. You don't have to get a text message from somebody online, but you can be meeting somebody online. There's gossip involved in this, but it's not bad, it's good. So it's like good communication coming in, but you just want to make sure that you're not handling anything too immaturely, right? Just something to keep in mind. Or you want to make sure, if that has nothing to do with immature, if you're like, I don't even know what this woman's talking about with that, this message coming in, you being very open to the idea of keeping an open mind as something new begins, because this could also indicate absolute newness here. Okay, if you want to stay very open-minded. But what this ends with the house, and the house is about roots and feeling grounded and feeling secure in something, right? So I feel like for many of you, something was cut. Okay, so either if you're in an existing relationship and there's arguing going on, you want to make sure that you're not being rather immature, or that you're not dealing with a very immature energy. That's first of all, where they may want to communicate with you again, but you want to make sure, everybody's got their big boy and big girl pants on. Very important. If this is a brand new situation coming in, you want to stay very open and very, very receptive, right? So there is this idea that no matter what, you want to be very, very receptive. You don't want to deal with any arguing right now. You don't want to deal with anything like that. You just don't. Okay? Because it does seem like something was bothering you. There was an argument. It got cut out. And now you're in the space. So for some of you, somebody broke up and now you're open to somebody new. You guys had an argument, there's recognition, somebody was being immature, there's communication, and you guys figure things out. It's going to be something obviously different for each of you, but you want to make sure that this argument doesn't keep perpetuating, because otherwise that could get in the way of there being discord in the home sense. I also want you to pay attention to the fact that, again, because in Lenormand we have to pay attention to directions. I see there being a lack of agreement when it comes to who needs what in relationship here, because we have the birds looking this way, right, looking at the child, right, that way, and the front door of the house is looking this way. So it's almost like the security of a home, security of that metaphorical home space, even feeling loved and grounded and all of that. There's not this a clear agreement on who needs what. And this could be a lack of agreement as far as who needs what, how somebody wants to be treated, and what all of that means. It could even have to do with a literal home where you guys actually live. So I definitely see there being a few different scenarios, obviously, depending on what your situation is. I don't want to repeat myself, but there not being great clarity, right? A great clarity on what it is to feel very grounded and rooted and safe and secure in relationship right now. But the answer for sure is not to have continued arguing. That's not gonna work for anybody. It does seem like, okay. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to pull the Light Seer Tarot. Okay, Four of Cups. One. Okay. All right, a lot of messages here. We have the Four of Cups that's being crossed by the Knight of Wands. So this happening now is the Four of Cups right now, feeling rather unfulfilled, feeling rather apathetic. Remember the Four of Cups is a Moon in Cancer energy. So it's the Moon as I feel deep inside. And Cancer is you're thinking about what do you need to feel grounded and rooted and safe and secure in a relationship. What do you need? Really getting into, but there's a certain level of apathy here, Taurus, where it's just like, I don't like when they do A, B, and C, and I can't stand when they do this. And that's fine, right? To have that checklist, you be in a space where it's like, will I ever meet anybody that I really like, that I really want to be with? Will it ever happen? The answer is yes, it will. It can and it will. But you have to look a little deeper at the situation and really look at a little closer. What is it about either the person you're with or the past relationships that you've been engaged in, the recent energies that you've been involved in? What is it about them that you haven't been really resonating with? And you have to look at it a little deeper and see if it's not something that, were they poking at a scar in you or a wound in you or some sort of hurt inside of you that was not resolved from either a previous relationship or even your childhood, and it really is about that. Maybe you weren't as ready for the relationship, or maybe you're not as ready for that level of relationship that you actually think you are. It doesn't mean that you don't want to be with anybody. You want to be with somebody, but it's almost like the kind of energy where I want to be with them, but I want to be with them in the way that I want to be with them. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you might not be fully ready to be very fully exposed in a relationship, or to be in that space of absolute compromise, or absolute whatever it is that may be necessary, right, in order for a particular relationship to happen. You just might not be there yet, right? Not even yet. Maybe not right now because of other things. Who knows what's going on in life, right? So we have this being crossed by the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is feeling very kind of lusty and free-spirited, right? I mean, this could be where you're feeling very attracted to somebody, or you're really wanting to just kind of get out there and just, make something happen. The Knight of Wands energy is a Scorpio and Sagittarius. Scorpio does rule sex, it does. It also rules like very much a we house, right? How you show up with partnerships. And Sagittarius is about moving forward with integrity. So you could be very much in this energy right now where it's like you're feeling unfulfilled. You're feeling the sense of apathy, right? With where you're at right now in relationship, yet your energy is very focused on feeling this, wanting to feel this attraction, or feeling this attraction, feeling this motivation to want to move forward, feeling this this passion, wanting things to go a certain way, but yet you be in this space where it's like, yeah, I really want to be in that space with a relationship, but it's like, I'm just not feeling it with the energies that I'm meeting lately, or things aren't right in this relationship, and I wish they could do this, this, and this, or I wish they wouldn't do this, this, and this, right? And listen, right? We know we can't control, everybody knows, you can only control yourself. You can't control other people. We can't wish people into being the way they may not be, you know what I mean? And that's always a big eye-opener, right? When we because we all do it. It's part of the human condition at one point or another, where we end up projecting onto somebody what we wish they could be, what we think they have the capability of being, but in reality it's not who they are. And it's like that moment of epiphany. And it's frustrating because you'll be like, what's the problem? Why can't you see things this way? Or why can't you care more? Or why can't you communicate more? Do this, this, this. But meanwhile, maybe they care a lot, but not about the same things as you. Or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Now, as far as the crowning energy, we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient energy, but more than anything, this is about total honesty. So this could be you, this could be somebody that you're dealing with, because it's a queen, which is a court card. Any of the court cards, queens, kings, page, princess, knight, any of them can be your energy or a general energetic influence. So this does tell me that there's a lot of honesty being exposed. You may be dealing with a very self-sufficient energy, or you may be feeling really self-sufficient right now, Taurus, very kind of like, how you want things to be in relationships, and you just really don't want to fully compromise right now. It's not because you're a bad person. It's not because you're emotionally immature. It's really not even that. It's just that you may not be as ready as you thought you were. You just may not. Now, in the recent past, we have this element of confusion where too many choices. This could be you or somebody else with the Seven of Cups with commitment issues. So this could be an energy that you were dealing with, Taurus, or this could be your own energy, right? In the recent past, somebody just not wanting to really fully commit to something and feeling like there are choices here, Now we have, as far as the history leading up to all of this, we have this with the Four of Swords energy. So the Four of Swords energy is a Jupiter and Libra energy, and Jupiter expands whatever it's in. So it's this idea of being very pensive, because it's a sword, swords are thoughts, about what it is that you want, need, and desire to feel very successful in a relationship. And how do you do this? But you have to take a little retreat, a little rest, renew a little bit, put yourself in solitude for a minute so that you can recover. And also, you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, meaning you can look back on past relationships. You can look back on your past and identify things that work for you in relationship and recognize what doesn't work, and make sure that you don't bring more of what doesn't work to you. And this is kind of like the space that you were in. I do see this for you leading up to this realization that you just feel very unfulfilled right now, though. It's like you can't figure out what it is that you absolutely need in relationship. You might know what you need one day, right? Maybe on like Monday, but then by Wednesday, like your definition changed. Is it because you're flipping? Is it because that you're in an unhealthy way indecisive? No, it has to do with the energies that are going on right now and you changing. And you try, it's like you're trying to say, this is the right thing for me, when you're in the midst of doing a lot of real profound change. So what might work for you one month may not work for you the next month. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of energy here, but why don't we do this first? This is the near future. We have the King of Wands. Hello. Hello, hello. This is a really nice energy, one of my faves, right? Because it's Cancer and Leo. I mean, Leo is a very fiery energy. It's very passionate. What I love about Leo energy too, yeah, they struggle a little bit with their ego, but you know what's fabulous is a Leo energy really matters, that they're very good friends with the people who they love, you know, and isn't that beautiful? And then to have Cancer in there is all about that fourth house of feeling grounded and rooted and safe. So it's like having the passion there with the safety. So isn't that fun, you know? But this is a very courageous energy too. It's very charming, right? Courageous comes with the Leo, right? But it's definitely a power energy for sure. So, and you know, but again, it's a king, so it's a court card. So this could be you or just a general energetic influence. So Taurus, this could be you meeting a King of Wands energy. This could be you opening yourself up to be a King of Wands energy and really like draw attention to yourself, just to manifest this passion and desire and this beautiful balanced energy. Yeah, we have the Six of Cups. This is where you're at right now. This is your attitude and perspective. So some of you may be very focused on feeling rather nostalgic about someone. You can be experiencing some sort of revisiting or reunions. Some of you could just be hanging out with your friends, people you haven't seen in like forever, or running into people, even on social media. It could be, it doesn't have, I mean, it's hard to run into people in real life right now anyway. But this could be you being faced with the decision to possibly reunite with somebody. Well, you're in that space in your mind. In your mind, you're thinking about possibly getting back with somebody, and how could you make that happen, and what would that even look like, and what would that mean? But it's about needing to make the decision. This doesn't mean that somebody's going to come back and force themselves on you, guys. I always say, you don't want to get back with somebody from the past, then don't. I always say, tarot, it's like the weather, right? I could tell you the weather of the energy, right? Just like if I could tell you, if I'm a weather girl and I tell you it's raining outside, you don't want to go outside in the rain? Stay inside. Don't engage. You know, that's what it is. Because I know not everybody has like good experiences from their past, right? So definitely doing that. Others of you may be in the space where you're meeting somebody new, right? And you swear you know them before, you've met them before. You swear you've met them. Or maybe you did meet them, but you were never involved with them romantically. That could also be the Six of Cups energy. Now, the opinions of those around you, okay, of the situation, we have the Nine of Pentacles reverse. So the Nine of Pentacles reverse is indicative of jealousy, of envy, of somebody being very focused on their work. It's just somebody not, you know, I always say the Nine of Pentacles is a very, it's a very solo energy in the upright, right? So if we think about it in the reverse, this tells me somebody really doesn't want to be alone, and they're feeling rather a little envious, a little jealous. Again, you know, you might also be dealing with somebody who is experiencing some sort of financial setback at the same time that they're feeling these things for you. But the opinions here, okay, so these are the opinions of people who are surrounding you. So Taurus, this may even be the perception of people around you of how you're handling something within relationship. That is one way that it can end up manifesting for some of you. So in other words, let's say you and somebody broke up, right? And you're very focused on getting back with them, but your friends and your family members are looking at you saying, you know, oh, he's very jealous, very envious, you know, anything like that. Or don't they see that this person is just focused on their work and not, you know, on relationship, focused on other things rather than the relationship. So that's how the opinions of others can end up manifesting. But as far as your inner emotions go, I definitely see that you're hurting from something. And we have the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is heartbreak. You know, for some of you, it could have been divorce. It could be loss, depression. You know, this is your inner emotions, right? And this is always about betrayal. It doesn't have to be a third party. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. You know, this is just it's a Saturn and Libra energy. So, you know, there you go. You know, Saturn is about restriction and delay and karma. Libra is the sign of partnerships. So a lot of times this could be pain from a delay because somebody is not willing to get on board with you. You guys aren't seeing things the right way. You just can't see eye to eye. That could bring on a lot of pain. This could be indicative of somebody maybe not being very responsible with money or throwing you under the bus, whatever it is. Or maybe they just broke up with you, or you could certainly be afraid of getting into something that's highly disappointing again if you're single right now, where it's like, I just don't want to feel that pain again, you know? You're just not really wanting to do that. And then we have as the final outcome, the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful energy for sure, very domestic, you know, really very focused on connection as well, right? And this is a Sagittarius and Capricorn. Sagittarius is about moving forward with integrity, and Capricorn is about being willing to put the work in to do it. So I do see, and because it's a core card, this could be you or just the general energetic influence of somebody being ready. I see you being very ready to put the work in to do what's necessary to make a relationship work. That is what I see. And I feel like I have to be honest with you. That seems like a very sort of open message. So I just want to pull a couple of Island Time Wellness. We have the Snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder, the other woman. Phoenix, new phase, rekindling, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, third-party interference. So I do feel like there was some sort of other energy or something here that was getting in the way from you guys being able to work something out. You know, yeah. And it's definitely what I'm seeing here. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. So it could definitely be, you know, where it's like your friends and family, like, don't go back there. They hurt you. What are you doing? You know, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims. It simply allows and gives. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. I have to tell you, I'm getting a very mixed bag for you guys as far as a relationship for this week. I feel like something's going to be coming to a head for you, at least personally. And, you know, you're going to be working through perhaps getting back with somebody. It does seem like, you know, but with that Queen of Pentacles energy, I have to tell you, I like that because that's you being very resourceful inside of yourself, being there for yourself, being very there for yourself. So for some of you, it's like if this was your past, the seduction, the snake and all of that nonsense, and maybe some sort of cyclical behavior with the Phoenix where it's like, you know, competition, the other woman, the other man, whatever, you end it and then you try again and then the same thing happens again. To speak to this Three of Swords, it's like, I'm just going to be my own best friend right now, and that's it. You know, it's where a lot of you are probably going to be vibing, at least right now. It's not going to last. Okay, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.